In today's installment of the HTFL, it's Detroit traveling to Chicago for some old-time football. We'll have that game for you in about 90 seconds. And due to some more technical difficulties, with my apologies, we are going to be starting this game in the second half. We picked this up with the score Detroit 21, Chicago 17. We'll give you the scoring summary. Orton threw an 18-yard pass to Graham to open up the scoring. Billy Sims came off the bench to replace the injured Barry Sanders, who has since come back in the game, and he scored from 5 yards out to tie the game 7-7. Gale Sayers, who has replaced Walter Payton, came in and scored from a yard out to start the second quarter, scoring at 14-7 Chicago. Sims came back, ran it in from 2 yards to tie it back up at 14-all. Stafford threw a pass to Herman Moore from 14 out. Murray kicked the extra point, Eddie Murray, and it's 21-14. Robbie Gould kicked an extra point on the last play of the first half, and that's where we're at right now. Your score 21-17. And again, my apologies for all the errors. That's why I'm doing all of these games. By the end of the season, I should get it right. With that, we're going to start the second half, and we'll reset everything for you. Watkins back for Detroit. Chicago won the toss to begin the first half. They received, so now Detroit gets it. Let's set up the offense for you for Detroit, since I did this in the first half, and this first half has been wiped to time. I thought about starting the game over, but that wouldn't be fair, so we're just going to pick it up where the error was spotted and corrected. Oklahoma State's Barry Sanders and Altie Taylor in at the running back spots. Moore and Johnson in at wide receiver. Charlie Sanders out of Minnesota, your tight end. Stafford at quarterback. Brown, Stanfield, Glover, Sewell, Creekmore are going to be your offensive linemen for the Lions. Chicago is a combination of Chicago Bear and Chicago Cardinal greats. This is why it's the hometown football league, so you could see all the best players who play professional football in a given city represent their metropolitan area. Great defense they have. Atkins and Dent are your defensive ends. Mongo McMichael, Wally Chambers, your defensive tackles. Fortunato, Singletary, Wilbur Marshall at linebacker. Night Train Lane, Tillman, Carrier, Fensick in the defensive backfield. 1st and 10 for the Lions at the 20. And it's a first down. They go to Sanders on a screen pass, and he picks
Upon
up 10.
further review, the runner was stopped short of the first down. No timeout will be charged.
Chicago uses their only challenge to try to correct where the spot of the ball was, and they did get the call overturned. So it's going to be second and inches at the 30 for Detroit. Pickup of 7 yards. Taylor off left tackle. And it's going to be first and 10 at the 37. 11-yard pickup as Charlie Sanders catches a pass from Stafford for a first down. Stafford out of Georgia. Played on those Georgia Bulldog teams in the early teens. And has led the resurgence of the Lions after they had an 0-16 year back in the late 2000s. Anyway, first and 10, ball to 48. Stafford to Sanders for 13. Wilbur Marshall out for the gain after a stinger. And it's going to be first and 10, ball to 39. 2-yard pickup for Taylor on a sweep to the right. Second and 8, ball to 37. Barry Sanders, 22 yards. Night Train Lane wrapped them up. Ball at the 15 now, first and 10.
Intentional grounding. Offense, number 9, 10-yard penalty, loss of down.
Okay, so Stafford with 6 bad passes on the day. We should set his numbers. 16 out of 26, 200 yards. Orton 10 out of 22, 159. Peyton leading the rushing game, 9 carries, 63. Billy Sims had 9 carries for 43 yards. And right now, the net yardage about the similar. 262 for Detroit, 244 for Chicago. Let's run this second down and 20 play. And it's caught. Herman Moore. Third down and 4 now for the Lions at the Bears 9. Touchdown, Barry Sanders. Here's the extra point by Eddie Murray, and it's good. 28-17. George Wilson coaching the Detroit Lions. And we have George Halas not too happy on the sidelines for the Chicago Bears. Papa Bear is growling. Hester back to receive the kick. And we'll down it a yard deep. Gale Sayers will get the ball off tackle right. Pick up of 5 yards. Brown on the tackle for the Lions. We'll give it to Sayers again. Off tackle left. And that's a first down. Again, if you're just tuning in, we're just starting the coverage of this game. Due to an error, I forgot to record the first half of the game. I'm learning, folks. I'm learning. First and 10, ball at the 30. We're going to go Kelliger on a dive. But a penalty.
Holding. Offense, number 89, 10-yard penalty.
Let's put it this way. I recorded the first half, but all you would see is the static screen of Sammy Baugh throwing a pass, the little setup screen that I have to open up the game, and you would have heard my audio, but you wouldn't have seen the game itself. So, anyway, sorry about that, folks. We'll try to do better the next time. First and 20, ball at the 20. We're going to go Sayers, off tackle right. Larry comes up and makes a tackle after only a 1-yard pickup. Second down and 19. And this is not a strong suit traditionally for the Bears, having to throw the ball. Medium hitch to Jeff Graham. Caught, pickup of 10. Let's look at Graham real fast. Out of Ohio State, played on the late 90s teams. Ball to 31. Third down, 9 yards to go. We'll go right back to Jeff Graham. Lions playing zone. But Graham beats the zone. 14-yard pickup. Sayers. Pitch to the right. Loss of 4 as Detroit gets good penetration on that. Brown on the tackle. Let's take a look at Brown real fast. Roger Brown, Maryland Eastern Shore, played in the 60s on the Lions teams there. I forgot to set the offense for Chicago and the defense for Detroit. I'll do it now. Sayers and Gallagher are your running backs. Hill, Graham, your wide receivers. Ditka out of Pittsburgh, your tight end. Orton. At quarterback, Connor, Fortunato, Turner, Ramsey, and Covert are your offensive line. Porche, Baker, Karras, that's Alex Karras, and Brown are your front four. Walker, Schmidt, Williams at linebacker. Larry, Dahl, Hunter, and Quinn in the defensive backfield, roaming for those passes. 2nd and 14 with 6:36 left in the third quarter. We will go Gallagher, short pass. They instead throw the Sayers, and he picks up 5. 3rd down and 9. We'll go Keene, plus route, medium cross. Make sure he gets the first down. He caught it. 22 yards. And we're going to go Gale Sayers, off tackle right. Oh, busted play. Orton had to keep it, and he was tackled by Williams, but he gained a yard. 2nd down and 9. We'll go to Sayers again, off tackle right. You know he's getting a little wounded. And it's a pickup of 11 yards. On the day, he has 10 carries for 40 yards, doing much better out of the backfield. 4 catches for 94, spelling Walter Payton, who got hurt in that first half that you all didn't see due to my technical error, and again, I apologize profusely for that. Harlem Hill, short out. And a loss of a yard as Schmidt comes up and makes the sack. Look at him real fast. Joe Schmidt out of Pittsburgh. 2nd down and 11. We're going to keep it with Sayers, and we're going to go sweep right. That's a nice pickup for Sayers. 12 yards. Payton has now returned to the game. Walter Payton, sweetness. Considered one of the greatest running backs of all time, along with Barry Sanders. So they were each hurt early in the first half, and have now each returned to the game. We're going to go off tackle right with Sanders. Detroit punching up on that D. But Payton, his first carry back in, is a touchdown. Now, you go for 2 here. I would say it's too early to go for 2, so we'll kick an extra point. And it's good. We score now, Lions 28, Bears 24. Watkins back for Detroit, awaiting the kick. It's a good one. 31 yards. 31-yard return to the 35. So Stafford sets up 1st and 10 from there.
Encroachment, defense. Number 95, 5-yard penalty.
An 18-yard pickup. They'll pick up that penalty. Richard Dent got caught off sides as he did in the first half. And it's now 1st and 10. Ball at the 47 of Chicago. 53 seconds left until the end of the third quarter. Incomplete pass. We're looking for Taylor on that play. He's now out of the game as they go to 3 wide receivers, Johnson and Tate. Golden Tate out of Notre Dame joining in. 2nd and 10. He said. 17-yard pickup. Moore beats the double team. Night Train Lane on the tackle for the Bears. Lane was a Chicago Cardinal at one point during his career, and that's how he wound up on the Chicago team. Anyway, 1st and 10, ball at the 30. And they try to hitch play to Johnson. Tillman jumped the route and swatted it away. Now going to be 2nd and 10 from the same spot, the 30-yard line of the Bears. Almost had, let's see who it was, Sanders. Sanders is out of the game, and Jim Gibbons is coming in at tight end. Charlie Sanders says they say he has a stinger and will be back in a few plays. 3rd and 10. Ball at the 30. Richard Dent redeems himself. A coverage sack. So that's now going to be 4th and 17 from the 37. They're not going to try a field goal from here. They will instead try a punt. And I think they're just going to play it safe on the return. Hope they don't get pinned too deep. And it's a coffin corner kick to the 5. So now, 1st and 10, ball at the 5-yard line for Chicago. They need a touchdown to take a lead. And we're going to go Sweetness off tackle right. Pick up of 4 yards. Rushing today combined 23 for 129, 5.6 average, and 2 touchdowns. Orton has not really had a great day, 14 out of 26, 210. Stafford 20 out of 33 for 280 and 2 touchdowns. Orton threw for 1 touchdown earlier today. Hill, medium cross. Instead throw to Walter Payton, and he's got a first down. Let's take a look at Walter Payton. I know all of you know his story. He played at a small college called Jackson State. Played well enough to get spotted by the Bears, and he became one of the greats of all time. 1st and 10, ball at the 18. We're going to give it to Payton on a trap right. And that trap is good for 6 yards. Yale Larry. Take a look at him real fast out of Texas A&M. Makes the tackle. 2nd down and 4. How about Mike Ditka on a short hitch? They instead give it to Kelliger. That's right, you got a running back wearing 74. Jimmy Williams has now made 10 tackles on the day for the Lions. A 1st and 10 as the Bears keep moving the sticks. We'll again give it to Walter Payton. And that time, no gain. No gain. So it'll be a 2nd and 10. And it's going to be Kelliger. Screen pass. Kelliger gets the first. 11 yards. Yale Larry. 10 tackles on the day. Double tight end formation. We'll go dual short cross. Incomplete. That's now going to bring up 2nd and 10, ball at the 40. We're going to go Payton, pitch right. But a penalty.
False start. Offense. Number 66, 5-yard penalty. Repeat, 2nd down.
Let's take a look at Turner. I believe that is Bulldog Turner, and it is. He played center and he played linebacker, so he's a prominent two-way player. And committed the penalty there. We're going to go Graham, medium slant. Incomplete. Now a 3rd and 15. We'll go 3 wide out, shotgun, man in motion, medium pass, plus route, Ditka. They throw underneath. Gale Sayers, pickup of 6 yards to give him 100 yards receiving on the day. And it's going to be 4th and 9. They will punt the ball. Ed Brown back deep. And it's Watkins who picks it up. A return of a yard. 8:27 left. Ball to 16 for Detroit. They lead 28-24. Sanders, 4-yard pickup. He's only had 9 yards on the day, but that's because he missed most of the game and Billy Sims spelled him for a bit. Going now to be a 2nd and 6 at the 20. Incomplete pass there. And it's now going to be 3rd and 6. Can this Bear defense bear down? And they do. Taylor catches it, but it's only a gain of 3. Fortunato with a very nice tackle for Chicago. So the Bears will get it back. That decision not to go for 2 now looming very large. Hester with a fair catch at the 34. 1st and 10. From there, we'll go Walter Payton once again. He's now got 85 yards on the day despite missing a good chunk of this game. 3 yards off tackle to the right side. And let's see what they will do here. Short hitch to Ditka. Oh, a sack. Wayne Walker came in and got him. Orton. So it's now 3rd down and 11. 3 wide receivers. Man in motion. Medium pass plus route. Let's give it to Harlan Hill. And Baker comes in. Back-to-back sacks for Detroit. So, now, Chicago will have to punt and play defense. Here's Brown back to kick it. Watkins only gets a return of 1 yard. The Bears will have to bear down on defense once more. 1st and 10 for the Lions at their own 28. 2-yard pickup for Barry Sanders. Danger here for Chicago. 2nd and 8 from the 30. Taylor up the middle for 2 off right side. Chambers on the tackle. 3rd and 6. And they stop a 1st down chance here as Taylor went off tackle left. Tillman came up, lowered the boom. 3-yard gain. 4th and 3. Bears are going to go for a block here. Throw caution to the wind. But Hester, they get the punt off. He was tackled by McNeil. Pickup of 7, ball at 35. We're down to 2:30 left to go. Bears need a touchdown. It's 28-24. Medium out, Harlan Hill. Can't hang on to it. That's 2 drops on the day for Hill. We'll take a look at him real fast. Out of North Alabama. Played on the late 50s team, including that team that got shellacked by the New York Giants in the 1956 NFL Championship game. So, Bears got to throw the ball here, and like I keep saying, throwing the ball traditionally was not a strong suit for the Bears. Medium fly, Jim Keene, look for number 20, and he's got it. Squeak of the devil. That's 11 yards. Sayers on a screen pass. See if they get it in before the 2-minute warning. It's incomplete. Orton saying that was a bad pass, and he has made 5 of them so far today by the statistical count. Okay, so with 1:54 left, it's 2nd and 10 for the Bears at their own 48. Mike Ditka, short out. He's got it, and it's just short of the first. 1:48, but that did stop the clock. He did get out of bounds. That was his first catch of the day for 10 yards. So now 3rd and inches. We're going to go Sayers on a dive. He's got the first. He's got the first down. Pick up a 4. Bears have all 3 timeouts left. They will not use one here. They will get quickly back to the line and go long hitch to Keene. But they throw underneath. Larry makes another tackle for Detroit. 5-yard pickup for Sayers, 6 for 105, and now the Bears will call a timeout with 1:22 left in this game, barring it going to overtime, but you would need the Bears to score a touchdown and the Lions to kick a field goal in this last 82 seconds for that to happen. 28-24 Lions. Short pass. Graham. Incomplete. Only 5 seconds tick off the clock, but more importantly, a 3rd and 5 now at the 33. Medium out. Make that a medium fly to Harlan Hill. Throw underneath. It's a dump to Sayers, I should say. 9-yard catch. 7 catches for 114 now for Sayers. 1:08 to go. No huddle. But they need to get the ball out of bounds, I would think. We're going to go Keene on a medium out. Good for a 12-yard pickup. And that stops the clock with 52 seconds to go. So the Bears trying to get that go-ahead touchdown. Didka short out, even though the odds don't favor it. Gale Sayers, touchdown! And the crowd goes wild. That puts Orton over 300 yards on the day. 24 for 41, 300 yards even. But more importantly, the Bears have the lead, and here's the extra point try. Good. Gould puts it through. 31-28, Chicago. Bears will kick at an angle. Atkins still catches it. Oh, but he doesn't get too much. 5-yard pickup. Make that a 7-yard pickup, but the ball is at the 5. Johnny Morton's going to come into the game for Detroit. They are in deep trouble now. Ball at their own 5. 1st and 10. A 4-1 dime. We're going to bring Fortunato on a blitz. Now the ball's at the 1. Fortunato took him down. Lions will call time with 30 seconds to go. 2nd and 14. Fortunato, a screen to Sims. Fortunato makes another tackle. Lions have to use another timeout, and right now they need a miracle. Ball at their own 3. 20 seconds left to go. 3rd and 12. Pass incomplete. You see a number 5 in the game for Chicago, an extra backfield, an extra defensive back. That's George McAfee, if you were curious. 4th and 12. Detroit at their own 3. They're going to need 97 yards. Probably not going to get it. Long pass. Incomplete. That's going to be your game. 8 seconds left. Detroit with 1 timeout, but I think Orton's just going to kneel on it, and will that be the game? Detroit calls time. The crowd boos the timeout, but it's just academic at this point. Orton takes a knee again, and that's your final score. Chicago 31, Detroit 28. So there is your full summary of this game. Again, I apologize for the accident in which you missed the first half, but you saw all the second half, and you didn't see much, but Sanford threw it to Sanders. It was 28-17, and then Chicago came back with 2 touchdowns to win the game 31-28. Coming up next will be Minnesota hosting Green Bay. Then after that, we have Denver hosting Seattle in an Upper West game to go along with the Kansas City-San Francisco game we had to start off this league in Week 1. And then San Diego goes to Arizona to play the Arizona/Phoenix Cardinals. So we have 5 games left in week number 1. Again, my apologies for the technical errors. But I have 200. We're going to be carrying all 271 games. Well, the 1 game I missed between Dallas and Miami notwithstanding. All 256 regular season games. Well, again, actually 255 because I hit auto instead of hitting play right up here, which someone could easily do by mistake. And we'll get better at it. We'll get better at it eventually. When you do something nearly 300 times, you're going to get good at it by osmosis. So I hope you all enjoyed the game, such as it was. Hope you're all well, wherever you are, whenever you see this. And we're going to catch you again real soon for the Green Bay, Minnesota game, okay? God bless. Bye-bye for now, everybody.